Here's my question. Do people even know what's going on around them? I want to talk about this economy. I want to see, do people actually pay attention and know what's happening around them? Let's find out.
It's also one of Gladys Knight's backup singers.
One of Gladys Knight's backup singers, he said. Do you know what a pip is? Not a pimp. Wrong economy, wrong economy. It's so crazy.
Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Have faith in your mind, have faith in your grind, invest in yourself, transform in your time. Trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid, trade and get paid.
What's going on, everybody? It's Joe Giunta with Trend Trading Academy. I'm here to help you trade and get paid. In today's video, guys, we're talking about the economy. How does this economy affect our trading? How does it affect the market? What is going on in this world right now? How does it impact the average everyday person like me and like you? So we're gonna talk to people in the streets. I'm going outside today. You're gonna come with me and we're gonna talk to people and see if people really have a grasp on what is really happening in the markets, right? I'm gonna ask a few basic questions and to see, does the average person have any basic market or economical knowledge, right? Does anybody really know what's happening and how money works? So then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about how does this economy affect our markets? Let me ask you a question. In a market like this one that's going down, is that considered bearish or bullish?
I feel it's bullish.
Bullish? So bullish in the market means it's when the market's going up, and bearish means it's when it's going down. So this is actually a bearish market. Let me ask you this. Do you know what the current inflation rate is?
No, I don't.
All right, so the current inflation rate is 8.6 as of May. And do you know what that means?
That's high.
Oh yeah, very high.
Yeah.
Do you know how that affects like the market? Do you know what that means, like as far as how it affects the market?
I mean, it affects our trade and all of that. You know, the trade goes up, so importing goods goes up.
Absolutely. So basically what an inflation rate means is, so right now it's 8.6. So what that really means in the simplest of terms is that today the cost of goods is 8.6% higher than it was a year ago.
That's because China has control over the prices in reality.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That definitely. We're relying on, you know, other countries to provide the goods that we need in this country rather than making it here ourselves, right? So now why is that a problem? Because of course at 8.6%, if we inflate every year by 8.6%, in a matter of 9 years, everything will be double the price it is today.
Right. Our groceries, all that gas will keep going up.
Right.
And,
Right.
you know,
So imagine paying $50 a gallon for gas. That'd be crazy. People would be on bikes.
right.
Obviously, we're in a recession, right? They haven't officially announced it yet, but it's real. So during the time of a down market like this in a recession, how likely do you see yourself looking for creative ways to supplement your income? Right, so you'll be looking for whatever you can, right?
Yeah.
Without stealing and taking.
Oh, of course, of course. Yep.
Saving money, investing money,
Yeah.
finding the best deals, finding the lowest gas.
Yeah.
You know, moving to another location. That's, you know, all that above.
Yeah. How important do you think it is for people to educate themselves about things like this?
It's very
Very.
important.
Yeah.
Tell 'em, baby.
Very.
Did you learn this stuff in high school?
No.
I learned for the world.
Yeah. There
It
you
started
go.
me.
You
It
learn
started me.
every day.
It started me a little bit, but you got to pay attention.
Absolutely.
I got a question for you.
For sure.
Do you think it's going to get better when it comes to, are politicians or whatever, or do you like just think that the whole thing is going to just collapse?
I think that there's both. Okay, I think obviously outside influence like political policy and things like that, increase and decrease inflation rates, interest rates, things like that. But overall, inflation at any cost raises price. All right, so in the foreign exchange, can you tell me 3 of the 8 main currencies that are traded?
Globally, well, there's the dollar, the UK pound, the euro, the Chinese yuan, the Japanese yen, the Russian ruble, the Indian rupee.
This dude's pretty good, man. I'm not gonna have to answer any questions for this guy. All right. Do you know what is a pip?
Well, it's a piece that's used in a backgammon game.
That's good. That's good.
It's also one of Gladys Knight's backup singers.
One of Gladys Knight's backup singers, he said. Gladys Knight and the Pips. So the new Forex, that's going to be the new Forex clan. Here's a crazy question. You ready? Do you know what a pip is?
Pip or pimp?
A pip. Not a pimp. Wrong economy. Wrong economy. A pip. P-I-P.
No.
All right, so that's an acronym when it comes to money, and it's called a percentage in points. And so when you're looking at it like money, right? $1.24. There's actually more numbers after that 4. But we don't really deal in those numbers. We stop at a penny, right? So the 4th number after the decimal is called a pip. That's where the banks are moving your money at, way down there. So when you have money in a savings account and they're investing it, they're not really trading pennies, they're trading pips. All right? So that's how important do you think it is? Because I'm be honest with you, and this ain't like, this ain't a pass or fail quiz, right? This is just, we're taking the temperature. Does the average person really know what's going on around them, right? And most people, to be honest with you, don't know a lot. Because we don't pay attention. Most people don't pay attention. Exactly, right? But how important do you think it is for people to learn finance and economics to really know what's going on around them?
I think it's important. Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important.
Do you think you could do more than maybe what you're currently doing if you did know more, if you were more educated on certain things?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
So during this recession, last question. Obviously, we're in a recession. They haven't officially announced it yet, but we're in a recession.
Right. That's
right. It's evident, right?
That's what it is.
So during the course of this recession, do you see yourself looking for creative ways to supplement your income, or just kind of riding it out?
I'm
kinda
riding it out right now.
Right
now.
I think like well, it depends on the situation, everybody's situation.
Yeah.
But I know my situation. I'm riding it out right now, and then once I come up out the situation that I'm in, then I'll probably look at something.
Yeah. I'm riding mine out right now too, and
We were just
shoot,
talking about
I'm
this too, like,
actually waiting
doing
for a better situation to come up that involves more pay. So
Sure.
Right.
I'm definitely looking for something better, and I got to with the way prices going up.
Got to, right? So can you tell me what the current inflation rate is?
Honestly, I don't know, man. But if you look around the city, I mean, you can tell it's pretty bad. I mean, but I do like to see how downtown's growing out. You know what I mean? Like downtown is growing.
Yeah.
So I am appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Being in the city, working for the city.
For sure.
But at the same time, it is what it is. You look
Yeah.
around, you can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot of problems because of economic reasons.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, I'm excited. I know downtown. For me, I love the city of Detroit. I live here. I'm glad to see all the growth. The current inflation rate is 8.6 as of May. So, do you know what that means? When you have an inflation rate, do you know what that applies to? What that means?
gas prices, food shortages. I mean, it's going to be all that.
Sure.
For sure.
So when you have an inflation rate, essentially what it means is so if you're 8.6, that means as of now, prices on the cost of goods or whatever are 8.6% higher than they were a year ago today.
Right.
So obviously, like you said, gas prices, food, everything costs more, right?
Housing.
Yeah. Yep. Can you name 3 out of the 8 main currencies that are traded on the foreign exchange?
As far as what a currency is, like yen.
Yeah.
You got yen, you got euro, you got the dollar, the US dollar. peso.
Yeah.
I mean,
The first three he got.
Ian Franks.
Yep. There you go. Yep. No, it's the first three right there. Booms. Dollar, yen, francs, all that stuff, right? Pesos is not really a main currency.
Yeah.
So I tell you guys on YouTube, man, don't be trading no pesos. Bro, man, I'm hungry, bro. I'm too hungry to be out here messing around, so I had to stop. Stopped over here at the taqueria. I'm gonna get some food. Josh, you ready, bro?
Dude, I am so ready.
Hey, we about to get it in. All right, guys. I ate a burrito. I ate a taco. And now we gotta talk about these markets. What is going on out here, man? This economy is crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, all right? By the end of July, let me go ahead and tell you what's gonna happen. By the end of July, I believe we are going to have an official announcement that we are in a recession. There's gonna be some, things put in place, essentially. Let me say it that way, that are going to try to, fix this, right? This situation we're in. There may be some limits on what you can buy. There might be some things that are put in place, gas limits and things like that. But at the end of the day, we have to learn how to be recession proof, right? A recession, a bad economy affects everybody, but it is in recessions that the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, right? Because rich people don't look at this as, woe is me, I don't know what to do. Rich people look at this as an opportunity for the next uptick, right? They start putting their money into the right places so we can talk about 5 years from now, 2-3 years from now, whatever, that, hey, when the market was really bad, I made the right decisions. I made some sacrifices, and now look, right? Millionaires and even billionaires are made in recessions. So we're talking about that a little bit today. Now, you saw I was out there talking. I didn't talk to lawyers. I didn't talk to bankers. I didn't talk to politicians. I talked to everyday, normal people that are just living life like me and you, right? And a couple of people knew, some stuff about the market, knew some things about the economy. Others maybe didn't have as much clue or didn't pay attention to it as much. And here's what the overall theme was. Everybody, whether they knew a lot or whether they knew nothing, I think everybody had the consensus ideology that I think we need to pay a little bit more attention. I want to know more, right? And so that's where you're ahead of the game, guys. You're watching. Think about this. Out of almost 8 billion people in this world, how many do you think are sitting down watching educational videos on YouTube on trying to better themselves and learn a financial skill set, right? You're ahead of majority of the world simply because you're here right now. You're ahead of so many people simply because you're trying to learn right now, right? So I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a hand, right? Give yourself a hand, man. So you're after it. You're doing it, right? And a couple of people I talked to out there today, man, you could just sense it from them. They were hungry. They want something different. And the thing is that there's so many people out there that know this is not enough. This is not, what I want out of life. But what else really is there, right? We aren't taught this stuff in grade school. We're not taught this stuff in high school even. Maybe some basic economics classes. But we're really not taught how to invest our money properly or really any financial matters that are going to really, bring fruit in the long run. We're not taught this stuff in school. We really either have to learn it from the school of the hard knocks on our own, or, we got to go to college or we got to take special classes and, to learn these skilled trades, right? So I want to give you a pat on the back. I want to give you some applause. You're here, you're learning, man. Shout out to all of you. All right, so let's talk about a couple of those things we talked about real quick. Number one is this recession real, and how long is it going to last, right? Are we really in a recession? Well, the answer is we've been in a recession for, quite a little while right now. And, these gas prices and the food prices and the shortages we're seeing, like, whoever thought there would be a shortage of chickens? Like a shortage of cows, right? Like what in the world, right? Like last year, well, not even a whole year ago, but last December, January, whatever it was, we saw where all those ships were off the coast of California and they couldn't get in. Supply chains are hurting. But I got to tell you the truth, supply chains, any of this outside influence that we're talking about really is very little to do, even gas prices, Ukraine and all this kind of stuff, Russian war. These things are impacting, and they have something to do with it. But at the end of the day, what really matters is inflation. At the end of the day, as long as they keep printing money and printing more and more of it, well, guess what? The supply is high and the demand is low, which means that there is a low value, meaning that inflation is more. It requires more of my dollars to attain or to obtain something, because the dollar is just not worth what it used to be worth, right? And that's only one currency, but it's all over the world, pounds and euros. As long as they continue printing money, that's the main problem. It's not this. Don't believe the lie. It's not the supply chains. It's not the war in Ukraine. It's not all these things going on. What's really at the core of the issue is the fact that they just don't stop printing money. All right? Here's the crazy part, is that of all the money that's been printed in the last 2 years, only about 30% of it has been released into the public, which means that they have another 70% that's been printed that has not yet been released, which means inflation's still going to go higher. We still have more inflation to come. And when you inflate a balloon too much, what happens? It pops, and we end up in a recession. So that's where we are right now, folks. They print too much money. All right? So now you say, how do I make it through this recession? Well, number one, I'm going to tell you, you need to be smart with your money. If you think that you're going to come on here with your last $10 and learn how to trade Forex and tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire, I want you to stop this video right now, hit that little X button at your top, and click it off, because you don't need to be watching these kind of videos. You cannot come in here spending your grocery money and spending your mortgage and whatever else, thinking out of desperation that I want to get rich. You hear the few stories that happen that are amazing, from that kind of stuff, but I'm going to tell you, you don't hear the thousands and hundreds or the thousands of stories of people who go bankrupt because they try to do this kind of stuff. I want to tell you the honest and raw truth. Don't come in here blowing your last little bit of money trying to trade Forex. Don't come in here blowing your last little bit of money trying to, invest in something because you saw some YouTuber telling you. Nah, I'm telling you what you do. I want you to focus on getting out of debt. I want you to put some money away. Yes, I understand inflation is rising and the value of the money that's in your savings account is not keeping up with the value of inflation, right? I understand that. I get it, that it's losing value in a savings account. But I'd rather have something that's safe, right, than nothing. So I want you to take some money. I want you to save it. Have a job, work, do what you got to do, and put some money away that can sustain you for a season while you learn. That doesn't mean you can't be on here learning. What I'm telling you is don't put your last $10 into a trading account and blow it. What I'm telling you is focus on demo trading. Focus on learning the skill set. If you are going to spend money, spend it on the right mentorship so that you can actually learn how to trade with real money. And I want you to focus on learning the skill set in demo. Learn, stack your money, because let me tell you, by the time, think about it this way, if you start an account with $10, and even if you're over leveraged and you start growing that account, it might take you, 2 years and you might be at 10,000 or something. I don't know. It's going to take you some time, right? In the same amount of time that you could have grown that $10 or $50 account into what it could be, guess what? You could have been easily saving that money with no risk and probably start an account in a year with a whole lot more than $50 or $100 or $10. Maybe start your account with $1,000, and in that same time, 1,000 can grow to 50 or 60 or 100,000, right? So it's just about starting the right way. So the first thing to get through this recession is to take care of your money and be fiscally responsible. Save some money, have some emergency funds set aside, and make sure you look out for your family. The next thing is, what am I investing in, right? Is what I'm investing in recession proof? Well, the stock market, guess what, is not recession proof. Real estate, which is tried and true, is not recession proof. But can I tell you what is recession proof? It's called the foreign exchange. You say, man, how is that possible? How is anything recession proof? Let me show you how. Watch this. So guys, look, I want to show you something. I'm looking at the GBP USD, right? And you can see I'm looking at the weekly chart, and you can see that there's been big drop-offs, right? Big drop-offs, right? And currently right now, since the end of 16 all the way till now even, so for the last 5 years, we've been down on GBP USD. And if you look at this right here, here's the basis of why this is recession proof. I'm going to give you the bombshell revelation here. You ready? Watch this. You see this? This move right here, right? 2,337 pips. 2,337 pips. Now I understand this is the weekly chart. But watch this. From June till now, we've had 2,337 pips of bearish movement. That's a lot of movement. That's not including the moves to the upside. That's just overall range. All right, so 2,300 pips. Well, guess what? 2,300 pips down there, guess what, guys? Is the same, right, as 2,300 pips up here. Whether the market is up or whether the market is down, movement is movement. So as long, because Forex is leverage one currency against another, and because the banks are going to do business one way or the other, whether the market is up or whether the market is down, banks are always going to do business. Banks are always going to have to move money, because even when me and you are feeling recession, even when the little guy is feeling recession, businesses still have to buy goods. Businesses still have to buy parts. GM, Ford, they still have to buy their parts, right? And there's still going to be money moving no matter what. So as long as money is moving, well, guess what? We get to make it, whether it's in a down market or whether it's in a higher market. Pips are pips. 20 pips in an up market is the same as 20 pips in a down market. So it really doesn't matter if the market is up or if the market is down. 20 pips is 20 pips. So as long as we can learn how to catch that movement, right? We can go down and look at charts like this, like the 30-minute chart, right? You come down here, and as long as we can understand, watch this. As long as we can understand that the breakout and retest of a trend line is still a good entry. Well, watch this. That's at 122. So what happens if I do that same technique in an up market, right? Well, you know, at a higher price. Well, guess what? The technique still works here, whether it breaks and retests the trend line to the upside again, right? So whether the price is 125, 124, 122, 156, whatever, right? At the end of the day, strategy is strategy and movement is movement, and it really doesn't matter what we're doing. So as long as we have a solid strategy, good risk management, and understand what we're doing in the market, it doesn't matter if the market is at a high point or a low point, we get to make money either way. That's why Forex is the market that you should be investing in. So guess what? Let's talk about this now. So everybody's been going crazy over crypto, right? For the past 10, 15 years, whatever. Really in the last 5, since Coinbase went public, even more so. Everybody's been going crazy for crypto. And I like crypto. I'm into crypto. I have crypto. But guess what? Crypto's down too. Crypto's down right now too. Bitcoin, you guys called me crazy. I want you to go back in the comments, and if you told me I was crazy because I told you Bitcoin was coming back down to 20,000, I want an apology right now in the comments. Huh? I don't care about an apology. But I'm saying for real, guys, why did I know that? Because, you know, there was going to be a recession? No. Because I simply understand technical analysis. And Bitcoin generally has 70 to 80% pullbacks. right? So because of that, I was able to tell you, I believe Bitcoin's coming back down to at least 20,000. I think it could, with the recession involved, we could see it go sub 10,000 again. I'm not saying it's going to, but it could. We could see Bitcoin sub 10,000 again. Do I think that's it? Crypto's done, it's over? No, but I think people are scared to buy right now. I think people are scared to invest money right now because people don't know what's going to happen next. And when there's uncertainty, people hold on to what they have, right? When there's fear, people hold on to what they have. So that's why the markets are all coming down right now. People are selling their stock. People are cashing out. People are doing, and we're seeing things drop. Businesses are starting to cash out their investments because they're closing their doors and can't stay open. That's affecting the market. And as it goes up, 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 guess who buys up all of that stuff? The rich guys at top, the billionaires, the 1%. While you're selling yours, they're buying it and owning it, right? And all of a sudden, it's all going to come back up once we get past this recession. So what I'm encouraging you to do, focus on your savings, focus on your security, focus on learning a skill set that can make you money no matter what, because Forex is the one market that truly is recession proof. It truly does not matter if it's an up or down market, because as long as banks move money, we make money, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. Forex is the answer, guys. Forex is the driving force behind every other investment. There's no real estate market if there's no Forex market. There's no stock market if there's no Forex market. There's no crypto market if there's no Forex market. Because when the banks stop moving money, all of those other markets they don't even matter, right? But as long as the banks are moving money, those other markets can survive. Forex is king, folks. Forex is the king of all markets, the largest, most liquid financial market in the entire world, over $6 trillion a day moving through the foreign exchange. That's 200 times the stock market. That's 100 times, pretty much any other market, right? It is the largest market in the world, and it's because it's simply international transaction. It's simply banks moving money. So as long as banks are open, we make money. Guys, Forex is the answer. Forex is how you can stay recession proof. I want to invite you to learn a skill set. If you haven't learned today, I want you to become a member of TTA. Click and like my channel, subscribe, get that notification, watch my content, right? Go check out Jay's content on his channel. Become a TTA student, and let's take your understanding of the market and the things that are going on around you to the next level, and let's make you a winner. I want you to come out on the other side of this recession as a winner and not a victim of the recession. If you're ready to make money, what's stopping you? Let's get it. Focus on your education, folks. Let's make this money. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope this video brought you value. I hope you understand what the economy is doing to all the markets, and really doing to the natural, everyday, normal person like me and you. But we can survive this together. We can make lots and lots of money even in a recession. We can do great, we can have success, and we can win. It's just a matter of having the right skill set. So I appreciate everybody who let me interview you today. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of you subscribers who are staying tuned to the videos. I appreciate that. Let's make this money together, guys. Become a student at TTA, trendtrading.academy. Go ahead and get that trading journal, tradinggetpaid.com. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Do all of that stuff, because I'm trying to give you value that takes you to the next level. All right, guys. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna see you in the next video. But before we do that, I want you to watch this video right here, because that video is gonna help you learn some strategy that will kind of take you through, this recession. Really give you a solid strategy to learn. All right, guys. So I'll see you in the next video.